Join me as I dive deep into the question, what does it really take to build God's kingdom? I'm taking on this challenge to explore the beliefs, values, and actions that shape a spiritual community. The concept of God's kingdom is a fundamental aspect of Christian faith, and it's something that has been debated and discussed by theologians, philosophers, and believers alike for centuries. At its core, God's kingdom is a community of people living according to God's will, guided by His principles and values, and united in their love for Him and for one another. It's a vision of a world where God's presence is felt in every aspect of life, and where His love, justice, and peace reign supreme. One of the biggest misconceptions people have when it comes to building God's kingdom is that it's only about grand, dramatic actions. They think it's about doing something big and bold, like starting a new church or leading a massive evangelism campaign. But the truth is, building God's kingdom is often about the small, everyday choices we make. It's about choosing to love our neighbors, to forgive those who have hurt us, and to live with integrity and compassion. Another challenge people face is that they think building God's kingdom is solely the responsibility of church leaders or pastoral teams. They assume that it's up to the professionals to build the kingdom, while they just need to show up on Sundays and participate in the activities. But the reality is that building God's kingdom is a collective effort. It requires the active participation and engagement of every single believer, regardless of their role or position in the church. Many people also struggle to understand how to build God's kingdom in a way that's authentic and meaningful. They wonder what specific actions they can take, what decisions they need to make, and what habits they need to form. It's understandable, because the Bible doesn't give us a step-by-step guide on how to build the kingdom. But what it does give us is a set of principles and values that should guide our lives, and it's up to us to apply those principles in our daily lives. When we try to build God's kingdom, we often face internal conflicts and doubts. We wonder if we're doing enough, if we're doing it right, and if we're making a difference. We struggle with feelings of inadequacy and uncertainty, and we question our own abilities and motivations. But the key is to remember that building God's kingdom is not about us, it's about God. It's about surrendering our lives to Him, and trusting that He will use us to bring about His purposes. Faith is a fundamental aspect of building God's kingdom. It's about trusting that God is who He says He is, and that He will do what He says He will do. It's about believing that His plans are good, and that His ways are higher than ours. When we have faith, we're able to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones, and to trust that God will provide and guide us. Community involvement is also crucial when it comes to building God's kingdom. It's about recognizing that we're not alone in this journey, and that we're part of a larger community of believers who are called to serve and love one another. When we're involved in our communities, we're able to support and encourage one another, and to work together to bring about positive change. Personal growth is also essential in building God's kingdom. It's about recognizing that we're all works in progress, and that we need to continually grow and develop in our faith. It's about being humble, teachable, and open to learning and transformation. When we prioritize personal growth, we're able to become more like Christ, and to live out our faith in a way that's authentic and meaningful. The key insight that I want to emphasize is that building God's kingdom involves both individual and collective efforts. It requires us to take personal responsibility for our own lives and actions, while also recognizing that we're part of a larger community that's working together to bring about God's purposes. It's about unity, love, and mutual support, rather than competition or individualism. The takeaway from all of this is that building God's kingdom requires commitment and action. It's not just about learning new information or gaining new insights, it's about putting those insights into practice, and making a conscious decision to live out our faith in a way that's authentic and meaningful. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring practical ways to contribute to your community, be sure to check out my next video.